Day fellow, Setsu is back. Today, my fellow learners, we are going to do the new concept, but the basic introduction of the new concept, which is geometric optics. Let me just say optics. Geometric optics. By definition, the term it implies the study of light. The study of light. When the light strikes the surface, it undergoes these three concepts. Firstly, the refraction, and diffraction. Sorry, diffraction, diffraction. But for the sake of this video, we are going to deal with what? The reflection. Then now, by definition, the reflection implies when the light, it's when, or the bouncing of light from the air to the surface back to the air. This is the simple definition of what? Of reflection. Let us consider a case whereby if I were to use a light, or let's say if a light strikes a surface, let's say a mirror surface, then it becomes reflected back. Then now we are going to do few concepts that a learner should know when we have a diagram like this. Firstly, we have this ray, a beam of light. This one is called an incident ray. An incident what? Ray. It's an incoming ray. We also have what? A reflected ray. Reflected what? Ray. A ray of light that bounces back from the surface of what? Of the metal. Then also we have what? Normal. The normal is always perpendicular to the surface. It's always perpendicular to the surface. Let's say the surface of the mirror here. Now we have two angles. Firstly, we have this angle, an angle of incident, which is between the normal and the incident ray. We also have what? The angle of reflection, which is between the normal and reflected ray. Then again, my fellow learners, a learner should be able to state or to identify the key concept on this one, the law of reflection. A learner should know on how to define or somehow to identify the key concept related to the law of reflection. The law of reflection, states, the law of reflection states the angle of incident will always be equals to the angle of reflection. And again, the angle of incident together with the angle of reflection and normal, they should always act on a plane surface, or let me just say flat surface. Then now let us consider this simple diagram. Suppose if I have something like this. Let's say if I have a diagram like this, Then I say to you this one is 30 degrees. Then I have two angles there, which is x and y. Then I ask you to determine the angle of x and y. How are you going to do that? We already know that if we have a normal, if we have a flat surface like this, we will always have what? A normal. And the normal is always perpendicular to the surface. Clearly, you are going to have x plus 30, which is equals to 90 degrees. Then if I subtract 90 by 30, I get 60. Yeah, 60 degrees, which is my angle of incidence. From the law of reflection, it states an angle of incidence should always be equal to the angle of reflection. Then our y is going to be 60 as well. This was just the introduction of reflection. I think you know. Keep well.